Patriots. Trump supporters, look. Hey, look, I know things are getting tough right now. That defending on that Donald Trump and all the stuff he's doing, all right? Now, nobody said it's going to be easy. Nobody ever told you it was going to be easy, okay? Look, it's just a $400 million jet, okay? You need to keep reminding yourself of that. It's just a $400 million jet. That's all it is, all right? Now, I know people probably giving you a hard time about that already. I had a Democrat yesterday ask me, what would you have did if Joe Biden got him a $400 million jet from the Qatarians? You know, I lied to him, y'all, is what I did. I said, I'd have been fine with it. I'd have been fine with it. It's the only reason why Joe Biden didn't get him a $400 million jet is because nobody likes his sleepy self. You know what I mean? That's what I told him. If nobody liked him, then, you know, but I mean, really though, I'd have been pissed if Joe Biden got him a $400 million jet from the Qatarians, you know, or anybody else, you know, because it's unconstitutional, you know, and I respect that Constitution, you know, unless Trump's president, you know. But anyway, thing is, I lied and that stuff, and then the thing is you can keep going with it, all right? You don't have to stop, all right? And look, if I'm being real with you right here, what are we in this for anyway? That's right, for Trump. So look, he needs a $400 million jet. He can't just be a president, all right? Just president. Think about that. That's generic, and we can't have a generic president. He needs to be royalty, and that's what we're in this for, is to make sure that he's royalty, that we have the Trump royal family when we come out of this thing, you know? And he can't be the Trump royal family without a gold-plated Qatarian jet, you know, with a giant master bedroom suite and 9 bathrooms with bidets, you know, for the whores, you know, and then a dance floor and all that stuff. He's got to have that or he won't fit in with the other royal families over there in the Middle East, you know. And so he's got new friends over there. He's got the Qatarians there. And them Saudis, you know, he's been friends with them for a long time, been up in cahoots with them. And then he's got the United Arab Immigrants over there. And that's his new buddies too. And see, they're all allied up together. See, I know that Qatarians, that they're like strategic allies of ours. You know, we got like a military base and stuff over there. But they're all allied up, though, with the Chinas and with the Iranians, y'all, and the Houthis and Hamas's. He allied up with all them people. I know they were supposed to be our enemies and stuff, but this is Trump we're talking about, okay? And any friend of Trump, the friend of ours. And that's the way it's going to be, you know? Like he was saying the other day about them Houthis. It ain't even Houthi and the Blowfish. That's who I thought it was too, y'all. It's not Houthi, it's the Houthis, you know? He said that they were really brave people, you know. And then I was like, well, if Trump says they're brave, good people, then I say they're brave, good people too, you know. Because we don't really believe in anything, you know. We just go along with Trump. But anyway, let me get back to my point here. That $400 million jet, he's got to have that. Because he's got to be royalty, you know. And look, what are we in this for anyway? You know, we've worked hard at this for y'all to be giving up right now. We don't have to stop lying to each other. You know, we don't have to stop making up stories and stuff about him and all. I mean, that's what we've did so far and it's worked for us, you know. Think about it. Remember all them nights and stuff, sitting around campfires and stuff, like we go out fishing and stuff, and, you know, us and our buddies would sit around there giving each other handies, you know, talking about Trump, just doing it, trying to out Trump our other buddies and stuff, because, I mean, it's the cool thing to do, you know, handies and Trump, you know, Trump jobs is what we like to call them. But anyway, we do that and lie to each other all the time. We don't have to stop doing that, okay? We can't stop doing it at this point. Anyway, look how far in we are. Look how... I've got Cheeto dust up my nose, y'all, up in my nostrils, okay, is what I'm telling you. And I've got it in my mouth. It's stuck between my teeth. I've got it up in my butt crack, y'all, just like you do, y'all. That Cheeto dust is everywhere, every orifice of my body. I've got that Cheeto dust up in it, and I know you do too. And that's what I'm saying. We've gone too far already to turn back now. I mean, it ain't like we can ever, you know, act like we wasn't this deep in. We've been deep in for a long time, so there ain't no backing out, y'all. We're in it for the long haul, is what I'm saying. So keep lying about stuff. Defend him no matter what. I mean, it's right there in the MAGA Code of Conduct, Section 1, to tell you how to handle this situation. Have you read it yet? Oh, I'm sorry, but well then, listen, get somebody else to read it to you, okay? You can do that, can't you? You don't know anybody? Surely you know somebody. Well, look, here's what it says, all right? It says, in these situations, what you do, well, automatically you lie about it, okay? You deflect, you spin, okay? You spin, you do what about. If you're running out of spins and deflects and lies, you do what abouts. And if that ain't good enough, then you can always, what they call, move the goalpost. And that always seems to work because it's like it never ends. It's infinite. You can always move the goalpost all the time, even if it don't make sense. It just confuses the hell out of them and they get frustrated and walk away, So anyway, just keep on doing that. Now look, he needs that jet so that he can be the royal family, America, the Trump royal family. And then, whenever he's gone, we've got Trump Jr. there. And then, with the sovereign wealth fund and stuff that he's going to do, because that's what the Middle Easters do too. They get their sovereign wealth funds and they take all their monies from the people and their resources and give it to them, trillionaires is what I'm saying. And Trump and then the Trump royal family is going to have to be trillionaires, so they fit in over there with the Saudis there and the United Arab immigrants and the Qatarians and all, and the Iranians and all, our new buddies. Got to fit in, so we got to keep going along with that. So don't give up now, okay? Now, no, we're not going to be able to fly on it with him, y'all. And I know that you want to. I've thought about it a lot too, that maybe he'll take us up on flights there on his F-Palace in the sky, y'all. But he ain't going to. It's a pipe dream is what it is. But yeah, it's a real little pipe, but it's covered in Cheeto. We know what it tastes like, what it feels like already. So it ain't no reason to even do it in the sky if you think about it. We're going to join the Mile High Club, It's just a pipe dream. That's all it is. No. Anyway, he's going to have that jet. Now, we're going to have some problems coming up here with them Republicans that we put there in the Congresses, y'all. I know that we've been saying that they wouldn't never dare cut the Medicaids and stuff like that. Because that's what we do. We say it wouldn't happen. They don't mean it. And then till it does happen. And that's where that Section 1 of the MAGA Code of Conduct comes in. That's when you start doing all the lying, the spinning, the deflecting, and then the whataboutisms and moving the goalpost. Oh, and I forgot them. A major one right there. Gaslighting. You got to use that one all the time. Gaslighting is like number one weapon of ours right there in our arsenal. So anyway, do that. But anyway, this thing's coming up. Now, look, we are going to have some problems with it. If you've got like elderly family members or something like that that's up in the assisted living facilities and stuff, one thing you could do is just act like you don't even care, just, I don't care, because you probably don't anyway, really, but if you do a little bit, try to maybe empty out a closet or something like that at your house and move them in there, if you got room out in your shed or something like that, get them out there in the shed or something. And if you ain't got none of that, you can get a tent to get them up in. And I got a 2-man tent, but I ain't giving that up, y'all. I can't give up that. That's where I take like 4 or 5 of my buddies. We 2-man it up, That's the MAGA thing to do. We don't tell our wives we doing that stuff. That's MAGA men stuff, you know what I mean? You don't tell your wives about that, do you? You don't? Okay, good. So you did get that part of the memo then. Where'd you hear that from? One of your buddies. That's where I got it too. Yeah, that's where I got it. But anyway, look, I ain't giving up my tent for any elderly family members. But like I said, they are going to be doing that. And they're going to be cutting all the Medicaids and stuff. If you got any like grandkids and stuff like that, that's on the Medicaids, it's tough love is what it's called. You know, they ain't going to grow up and be tough if, you know, they're being coddled by healthcare. You know what I mean? So anyway, they're going to learn to be tough if they survive, you know. So anyway, that's a coming for us. And those Republicans that we put in there is doing that to us. And so we got to pretend we like all of it, is what I'm telling you. Don't give up now. Now's not the time. Like I said, we're too far in this to quit. We can't quit him. You know, who we talking about here? And we ain't talking about Sleepy Joe or that Barack Obama. We ain't. We're talking about Daddy Trump. Oh, you see what I mean? It makes you tingle all the way down into your loins, you know? And I know you feel it too when you call him daddy, you know? So don't quit, all right? Trust the plan. Stay with it. We're going to make him royalty, you know? And he's going to be repealing that habeas of the corpses, as I think they call it. But I think it's Cuban for I hate freedom. I'm pretty sure it's what that means. But he's talking about suspending that right there, you know. And it's for the good, you know. It's so that we don't have rights to defend ourselves from the authorities and stuff like that. And, you know, they just pulled us over on the side of the road and just drag us into the back seat of the car without us ever even seeing a judge or nothing like that. Now, we need that, okay? But, you know, because Trump needs it. Because Trump needs it, okay? So we need that too. Now, but look at the bright side, y'all. He can be hauling off all them Democrats and stuff, locking them all up, you know? And then eventually they'll come for our guns and come for us too. But look, in the meantime, look how much fun we're going to have. Winning. See, because when we lose, we win. When we lose, we win, okay? You got to get that through your head, all right? And that right there is a mantra that can stick with you, help you keep fighting for Trump, okay? When we lose, we win. And just keep telling yourself that. But no, we ain't going to have no more of them habeas corpses and stuff, because that's the patriotic thing to do. You always give up our freedom. So anyway, I'm just telling you, it's a long road ahead of us still. You got to keep fighting, okay, for not freedom. And just trust the plan. Trump's going to be cool with that $400 million jet. That's going to be so cool knowing that we're the ones that did that. We created the Trump royal family, changed America forever for the worst. And then, hey, the history books will write about us and everything for hundreds of years, y'all. It will be famous, infamous. But anyway, people talk about us for a long time, y'all, and that's really what it's all about, being part of something, you know, making ourselves feel important. You know, that's what it's been all about the whole time, is making ourselves feel important. And what's more important than destroying this country that we claim to love so much, you know? So anyway, trust the plan, stick with the plan, all right? It's going to be all right. Now, that jet that he's going to get, look, I hate to say it, he ain't going to be able to fly that sucker for quite a long time, because it's going to be stripped all the way down to an aluminum shell is what's going to have to, or magnesium shell, all the way down. Make sure them Qatarians don't have like bug devices and stuff in there, you know, or boom booms or anything like that. So he might not ever get to even fly the thing. Hey, but at least it'll go to his library, and it's worth $400 million, y'all. And we did that, y'all. We did it. Something to be proud of. Destroyed America, bankrupting lots of people, farmers, truck drivers, all that stuff, just destroying their lives. So we're doing all that. And like I said, stick with the plan. Keep lying, keep spinning, deflecting, whataboutism, gaslighting. Move the goalpost. That's all you got to do. And hey, look, no matter what you're going to do, you can't get the Cheeto dust out of you. You can't do it. It's too far in there. It's up in all the cracks and crevices. Okay, so don't even waste your time trying. Might as well add more to it, all right? Fake-ass patriots, inmate Trump.